What's going on, everybody? Advisory Lizard here, back in with another video for you guys. Today we got a nice little update to the Triple Threat offline vault. We do have a Diamond Dave Bing. I think it should be a really great card if you're able to pull him. I mean, any free diamond is a good card. I hate when people complain about it. Now, you can complain if it's still a diamond come like December or something, sure. Or if it's impossible to get the diamond, sure. However, it's a free diamond. It's hard to argue it. All it takes is a little bit of Triple Threat offline grinding. Of course, we got new XP challenges today, a lot of them having to do with the heat, which is why we're going to jump right into a game of Triple Threat with 3 heat players. You get some XP for that, XP for 2 blocks with Bam Adebayo, and XP for 2 threes with Jimmy Butler. And I'm going to be honest, this is like my 3rd attempt, maybe 4th attempt at doing this, and every time Jimmy Butler has just gotten so cold and cannot hit a single shot, and it is super frustrating. But you know what, we're gonna do it. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm gonna see how hard it actually is, as I'm probably playing the toughest team defensively. I just really hope that Andre Iguodala is on Antoine Walker and Andrew Wiggins is on Jimmy B, because if it's the other way around, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get a shot off. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't been grinding this game as he's on him. Okay, I have not been grinding this game as much as I probably should have. It's not that I hate this game or am disliking this game or not having fun with this game. It's just, there's just a lot of things going on right now that are super frustrating to me in the game itself. As far as, you know, it's stuff that's beyond the control of like how I play or what I like, how I like to play the game or whatever. It's beyond that. It's more so just with the fact that like in offline games, the CPU is just absolutely broken right now and they don't miss, and the fact that Triple Threat offline still is just seemingly impossible to do anything on, is I literally have to chuck up a shot here where like the CPU's defense is amazing, they're going to hit every shot. It's just a lot of frustrating things are happening in the game that they're not really acknowledging, they're not patching. Even in my career, there's the triple or the double team glitch where I literally will have 0 points going into the first quarter and they're double teaming me, and it's just frustrating that, you know, you release a game with this many issues, that this went through, you know, testing, right? You know, they tested the game. Someone was like, they played Triple Threat and they felt that everything was adequate, like completely adequate, and I don't understand how that's the case. As you can see here, it's almost impossible to shoot with this Jimmy Butler. He has a 66 3-pointer base without any boost from a coach. It's extremely, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating trying to do this challenge. They knew what they were doing. They just wanted to make it, you know, this is their difficulty. Let's just make the CPU as insane as we possibly can, and then we're going to just make it impossible for you to score, play defense, whatever it may be. And it's frustrating because it's like, this is supposed to be offline, right? This is what you play when you're not playing online, which is fine. It's just, offline should not be difficult. Like, I mean, there should be difficulty, don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't be based on unfairness of the CPU just not missing and us missing literally every shot that they take. Like, you could take the exact same shot that the CPU is taking every time and you will not make it. You won't. It's just a fact. And it's just frustrating seeing that, because that's why I'm not playing a lot of the challenges. That's why I'm waiting, because it's just like, why do I want to sit through, waste all my contracts on my squad? That's my first 3. In case you guys were wondering, that is the first 3 I've gotten with Jimmy Butler. But I'm not going to sit here and waste my contracts because I can't beat a team. Like with the spotlight, the series 1 spotlight, basically, that's what I'll call it, where you have to play the Spurs. Tony Parker ended up scoring, I think, like 40 points, and 20 of those points literally came within like the last quarter alone. He scored like 20 points, took the game to overtime. Like, it just was ridiculous. He was just doing like crazy stuff, like hitting 100% contested shots, and that's not what difficulty should be. And that's on pro difficulty, just on the pro difficulty. That's not even on Hall of Fame. It just seems like 2K messed up with the difficulties. And granted, like I said, I've been saying this whole time, this was a different company that made it, that developed the game. It's not, I mean, it is 2K, but it's not you know, it's not the main 2K, as you know, I mess up his release. It's not the main version of this game, which is fine because we're gonna get it on the next gen, and hopefully they make a lot of changes to it. Hopefully it's a much different game, much better, flows better, but we won't see for a while until the next gen consoles come out. But it's just, to me, I don't know, I don't hate the game. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, this game is terrible. It's just, there's a lot of things that need fixing, and I hope 2K fixes them, but my hopes aren't high. I can't get my hopes up because it definitely seems like shooting is pretty much gonna stay the same way it is. They don't want to mess with triple threat offline shot timing. They don't want to mess with, it seems like there's a lot of things they don't want to mess with. And I don't know why. Now, I do know that with triple threat offline, with this, the shot rating, as far as like the odds of you actually making the shot, are the exact same as they would be on the park. And like that, oops, sorry, like that exactly right there. He should not have made that. That was 33% contested, while cold, with a hand in his face, and he made it. Not even an excellent. And it's just like, why is the CPU able to make shots like that? That shouldn't be a shot that the CPU can just easily make. Like, that's not where the difficulty should come from. And I'm not saying I should, you know, 2 threes. There we go. That's my first perfect release with him. Now, I'm not saying that the CPU should be able to just not score. Like, that's not, you know, reasonable. But having the CPU be able to score every time however they want is just ridiculous to me. Like, why should the CPU be that good that they can just do whatever they want? Like, they're not. It's normally the players that aren't even that good on offense, or that are average on offense at best, that are doing these crazy feats of, you know, of stuff like that, getting offensive rebounds that they shouldn't get. And Andre Iguodala is going to hit a mid-range, mind you. Let's look at those stats real quick. Let's look at Andre Iguodala's stats. He has a 61 mid-range. Was able to just green it off a catch and shoot. It's stuff like that. Like, and I know I'm making threes with Jimmy Butler, so it's like, why would I complain if I'm making threes with someone with a worse three? But it's like, I can't make that. To me, I just can't validate that argument, because it's just the CPU. It's not like I can do that all the time. I'm literally, like, if we look at the stats after this game, I'm shooting terribly with Jimmy Butler, trying to get this challenge done, and it's now done. However, if you look at, like, say, you know, Andre Iguodala's chances of making that shot, he'll probably make that 9 out of 10 times. And I know I'm getting a little repetitive with you know, the frustrating parts of shooting and just the mechanics as far as the CPU is in this game, but there's just a lot you can say about it that is just like that. He'll green everything. It doesn't matter. It's the CPU. Now, if I'm wide open, it's not a guarantee that I'm going to make it. And it's just like, I'm not saying it should be a guarantee, but I shouldn't, you know, my odds shouldn't be like as low as they are. I mean, you can take open jump shots with whoever you want. You'll probably brick it. That's just how the game has been since it came out. They've decided that there's supposed to be this whole skill gap with shooting, and I agree there should be skill gaps, but I don't think it should be based on, you know, the way they're basing it, because honestly, they say it's based on timing, but to me it doesn't seem that way at all. To me, it definitely seems like the skill gap exists only in, I don't know, badges maybe, because to me, I've gotten as close to an excellent release as I can, both in MyTeam, both in you know, the park and everything, and every time it's like, oh, that's a full white. And oh man, and I hardly make those. And you know, I normally, a gameplay like this, I'm playing like crap. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna post this. This is more of a rant video, also showing you how ridiculously hard some of these XP challenges 2K has for us, and how I feel like I love the XP challenges, don't get me wrong. Super happy they did this, but my god, did they really just, like, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to deal with. And it's just like, makes it not fun. the fact that I had to sit here and like, yeah, I took an L, and granted, you could probably win if you had better Heat players. Don't get me wrong, like I'm probably not using the best team, and you probably didn't need this Bam Adebayo, you know, duo, but a 68-3 is what he has boosted. Like, I barely make threes with a 73, and they're trying to be like, hey, yeah, make 2 threes with a 68. It's just, it's just frustrating. The CPU definitely needs a debuff. They definitely are way too, you know, OP. They're way too overpowered as far as like what they can do, as I'm literally 60 XP off. They're a little too overpowered as far as what they can do. Of course, we didn't get the 2 blocks, and we actually didn't win a game with 3 Heat players, but that's okay. I'm not super stressed about it because you know what, we'll get it done next time. I'm sorry I had to rant. I just want to get this out there because I'm just so frustrated at playing the CPU and playing offline this year, and it's just it's just not, it makes the game, like, I understand it needs to be a grind, but it's just not a fun grind. It's just a lot of frustration, a lot of contracts being lost, especially me being a no money spent this year. I don't want to play until I like know the CPU isn't broken and gonna make everything. So comment down below what you guys think of the CPU, if they're too overpowered, if they need patched, whatever, what's going on, how you guys are enjoying the game. Kind of let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new here for daily videos from yours truly. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a great day, being safe out there, and as always, well, not as always, that's not my outro, but hey, you know what, until next time, peace, y'all.